Do you know the pain of loving someone who doesn't feel the same way, or the frustration of being underappreciated by those around you? It's easy to get caught up in emotional turmoil when we allow others' actions and opinions to dictate our sense of worth. But now is the moment to take control and make them see what they lost by not valuing you. In this discussion, you'll learn techniques to subtly influence their thoughts until they realize the mistake they made. Welcome to Stoic Journey. Let's begin with a simple exercise to explore why you feel so hurt. Why did their actions impact you so deeply? Feeling broken or incomplete due to someone's absence or lack of recognition often indicates emotional dependence. This dependency arises from the subconscious belief that our happiness and self-worth rely on the presence and approval of that particular person. Yet before you met them, you were already a whole and independent individual. When we seek validation from others, can lead to emotional dependency, where our self-esteem becomes tied to their opinions and actions. This makes us vulnerable and can cause us to question our self-worth in their absence. To heal, it's essential to acknowledge and accept your negative emotions. Suppressing these feelings will only hinder your emotional growth, while confronting and processing them will allow you to recover in a healthier and quicker manner. By embracing your emotions and recognizing your intrinsic value, you can overcome this challenge and move toward a state of emotional well-being and authenticity. Now that you've acknowledged and accepted that you no longer matter to that person, it's time to take action. I have strategies to make those who didn't appreciate you realize their error, along with a special surprise for women, an incredibly effective and straightforward way to influence a man's behavior. And if you're a man, I'll show you how to avoid being controlled. Today, you'll gain all the knowledge you need in a single video. So sit back, focus, and let's begin. Number 1. Improve your physical image. Recognizing that progress in life can take many forms is crucial, as this growth has the potential to impact every aspect of our existence, from enhancing physical health to broadening our social networks. Every forward step represents an opportunity embraced. For the Stoic, these improvements are not just external signs, but also indicate deeper conscious development. Psychologically, physical advancements can be seen as acts of self-care and empowerment, which might even provoke feelings of regret in those who once overlooked you. These outward changes often mirror internal growth and a stronger sense of self-worth, prompting others to reconsider their own value and the relationships they maintain. However, it's vital to remember that the primary objective of personal growth should be your own well-being and fulfillment, rather than seeking validation or attempting to influence others' emotions. Stoicism teaches that concentrating on your own development and cultivating a positive self-image is far more rewarding in the long term than chasing external approval. Additionally, it's important to acknowledge that each person is responsible for their own emotions and responses. You cannot control how others will react to the changes in you. This is your moment to shine and prove that your worth is determined by no one but yourself. So settle in, focus, and let's embark on this journey of transformation together. In the end, regret is an emotion that belongs to others, and it should not be the driving force behind someone's quest for self-growth and improvement. Therefore, any positive change should be a reflection of a commitment to self-betterment and personal integrity, not a response to external validation or the opinions of others. The Stoic remains focused on their own progress, keeping a balanced perspective rooted in virtue, unaffected by the whims of fortune or the judgments of others. Number 2. Try new and exciting things. At times, we find ourselves in situations where people we once held dear no longer value us as they used to. In these moments, it's essential to redirect your energy toward what brings you happiness. Instead of lingering on those who have drifted away, focus on exploring activities you've always been curious about. For instance, have you ever thought about trying painting? Now could be the perfect time to pour your emotions onto a canvas. As someone who now has the freedom of time, precious resource, you can immerse yourself fully in refining your artistic skills. Spend hours learning about light, shadow, composition, and color theory, and watch how these elements come together to create a visually compelling narrative. When you feel ready, showcase your artwork to the world. Online platform. The internet offers a global stage where your creations can reach an appreciative audience, allowing your talent to shine. Imagine the fulfillment of receiving admiration from both strangers and those who once only knew you superficially. They may begin to see the depth of your being, and perhaps some might even regret not recognizing the breadth of your creative spirit earlier. However, it's important to keep in mind that this artistic journey should be pursued for your own fulfillment. As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, art represents the highest form of human joy and freedom. Of course, art is just one metaphor. You can replace painting with any other passion, whether it's going to the gym, playing sports, practicing calisthenics, or engaging in community service. Let these pursuits guide you towards self-discovery and authentic self-expression. The goal is not to seek approval from others, but to find inner satisfaction in knowing that you are living a genuine life, exploring your potential, and leaving a lasting impression on the world through your passion. Number 3. Activate their hero instinct. Are you looking for a way to make that person realize the true value you brought into their life and what they are now missing? Let me offer you a deeper perspective that not only stirs their emotions, but also makes them appreciate the remarkable person they've let go. This approach, while primarily geared toward women, can be adapted by men as well. The secret lies in tapping into a fundamental aspect, human nature, particularly the heroic instinct that resides within every man. This concept, known as the hero instinct, was introduced by renowned relationship expert James Bauer. It suggests that men are biologically wired to respond to certain cues in relationships, something many women may not be aware of. By triggering these cues, men are encouraged to step into the role of the hero in their own lives, leading to a stronger sense of purpose, deeper love, and greater commitment when they find someone who understands how to ignite this heroic spark. You might wonder why it's called the hero instinct. Do men really need to feel like superheroes to fully commit to a relationship? The answer is surprisingly simple. You don't need to mimic comic book heroes or play the role of someone in distress to capture their attention. In fact, this process doesn't require grand sacrifices or dramatic gestures. With subtle changes in how you interact with him, you can unlock a part of his nature that has remained untapped. According to James Bauer, activating this instinct can significantly improve romantic relationships and deepen the bond between partners. To utilize the hero instinct, it's important to ask for your partner's help with both big and small tasks, making them feel needed and appreciated. Expressing genuine gratitude and admiration for their contributions further enhances their confidence and connection to the relationship. Open and honest communication about your needs and desires also plays a crucial role, helping your partner understand how they can be supportive. Allowing them to take on a protective role reinforces their desire for commitment. Every man is unique, and what triggers his hero instinct can vary, so it's important to understand your partner and what specific actions awaken this instinct in him. The beauty of the hero instinct lies in its simplicity. It's about saying the right words and showing him that you are the person he truly wants and needs. This is the most effective way to make him realize how much he misses you. As Friedrich Nietzsche famously said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." In relationships, this means that when a man discovers the reason why he wants to commit, he will overcome any challenge to be with that special person. You can be that reason, inspiring him to reach his fullest potential as a partner and the hero of his own life. This approach can help you rekindle the flame that still has the potential to burn brightly. Number 4. Take your career seriously. Breaking free from emotional attachments can serve as a powerful catalyst for personal and professional growth. As Nietzsche famously stated, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." This concept aligns with the idea that by liberating oneself from emotional entanglements, a deeper sense of purpose can emerge, enabling one to pursue goals with renewed determination. Free from the distractions of emotional ties, individuals can refocus on their true aspiration, often leading to profound self-discovery and exploration of new opportunities. For instance, singleness is frequently viewed as a period of freedom that allows one to delve into personal desires and ambitions without the complexities that relationships might bring. This freedom can be a fertile ground for introspection and self-exploration, prompting one to consider paths that previously seemed out of reach or impractical. Whether it's launching a business, writing, or dedicating time to artistic endeavors. However, it's important that these pursuits are not merely escapes from reality or distractions from loneliness. Rather, they should be authentic expressions of the self, acts of courage and integrity, where one commits fully to their passions, working towards them with persistence and dedication. In doing so, the individual becomes the architect of their own destiny, shaping their life not according to external expectations or the need for recognition, driven by an inner desire for personal fulfillment. On this journey toward self-realization, it's crucial to avoid seeking external validation. The credit for one's achievements should be owned internally, recognizing that every milestone is a testament to personal effort and dedication. As Nietzsche suggested, we are the creators of our own paths, and it is this internal journey that defines us and imbues our lives with meaning. By embracing solitude and channeling it into our personal and professional goals, we not only transform ourselves, but also leave a lasting impact on the world around us. Number 5. Move on. Personal growth. Following a separation, the journey inward is a crucial process that involves recognizing and embracing the full spectrum of our emotions and experiences. Moving on from someone significant isn't simply about forgetting. It's about consciously reassessing your life and reconstructing your sense of self. This path is gradual, where each step forward signifies an affirmation of your intrinsic value and a rejection of being defined by someone else's presence or absence. During this time, it's natural to seek comfort in activities that provide a sense of peace, such as retreating to the quiet of your own space, savoring comforting foods, or immersing yourself in familiar movies that evoke feelings of safety and warmth. These moments of self-care shouldn't be viewed as signs of weakness, but rather as vital components of a healing process that is as unique as you are. Allowing yourself to experience these comforts without guilt is an acknowledgement that healing is not a straightforward journey. Each emotion has its own place and time. Progress involves actively accepting the present reality and committing to personal growth. It's not about erasing the past, rather integrating it into a broader narrative that includes both the losses endured and the lessons learned. This is an exercise in introspection where you learn to appreciate your own company and find fulfillment in autonomy. As the German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer wisely noted, fate shuffles the cards, and we play them. This metaphor speaks to the unpredictability of life and underscores the importance of personal agency in responding to the challenges we face. In the game of life, every choice and action taken after a loss is an opportunity to shape your future and reaffirm your commitment to personal growth. Each decision you make is a step towards a more empowered and self-aware version of yourself. Number 6. Value yourself. In the pursuit of Stoic serenity, it is crucial to liberate yourself from the need for emotional validation from others. Often, there is a tendency to seek approval from those who do not truly value us, creating a harmful cycle that needs to be broken. Take, for example, a former colleague who, under the guise of concern, asks if there's a possibility of rekindling a past connection. This behavior is nothing more than an attempt to gain sentimental confirmation, a way of ensuring they still hold a place in your emotional life. This individual, who once showed loyalty to other colleagues closer to the boss in hopes of advancing their own career, distanced themselves from me during my most challenging times. For me, they had ceased to be a friend. Although they no longer play a role in my life, they still feel the need to check if they continue to occupy any emotional space. This attitude not only reveals their desire for validation, but also exposes their lack of genuine appreciation for others. People often return after abandoning you, but that is precisely when you need to demonstrate that their presence or absence no longer affects you. These individuals are more concerned with how much you miss them or what you might still be willing to do for them. When dealing with an ex-partner, it is essential not to offer them the comfort of knowing they still hold sway over your emotions. The expectation that you will remain a loyal admirer, even after separation, is an assumption that must be confronted. Instead of succumbing to the temptation to confirm their importance, you must stay resolute on your path toward emotional independence. True strength lies in the ability to remain unaffected by such inquiries and to seek an internal equilibrium that does not rely on external validation. Number 7. Enjoy your single life. There's no deeper longing within me than imagining the emptiness you might feel in the solitude of your own making. Perhaps the sentiment resonates with you, the same one you felt with past partners, when you wished them well outwardly, yet secretly hoped they would regret losing you. That feeling can be intoxicating, wrapping you in a sense of importance and longing. But it's crucial that you don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you yearn for what was. Such a display would only reveal desperation. With their exit, a vast array of opportunities now stretches before you. Possibilities you've always dreamed of pursuing, free from the need for their approval or companionship. This is your moment to dive into new adventures you hadn't previously considered, to immerse yourself in celebrations that bring you pure joy, and to occasionally let go and lose yourself in the moment. Now is your chance to live fully, embracing every experience with the passion it deserves. And is there any revenge sweeter than living your life to the fullest, while they look on from afar? True revenge lies in your happiness, a happiness that becomes a mirror reflecting the missed opportunities of those who chose to walk away. Number 8. Be kind, limit contact. Maintaining a cordial relationship with someone even after your paths have diverged is a skill that speaks to maturity and emotional intelligence. When you encounter that person, approach them with a friendly demeanor. Greet them warmly, inquire about their well-being, and briefly share some positive updates from your own life. This approach not only showcases your personal growth, and also serve as a healing gesture, helping both of you move forward with mutual respect. It's important, however, to keep a healthy emotional distance. Limit interactions to casual encounters and surface-level conversations. At social events, a polite greeting suffices before you continue enjoying the company of others. If a humorous story comes up, feel free to laugh naturally, but avoid overdoing it in an effort to draw attention. These subtle yet impactful actions convey your well-being and independence. As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "The maturity of man is to have regained the seriousness he had as a child at play." By applying this principle to your interactions, you can engage with others in an authentic and respectful manner, while maintaining the emotional boundaries that support your own growth and contribute to a harmonious social environment. Number 9. Stir up jealousy. Continuing with the plan to make those who undervalued you feel regret, classic tactic is to invoke feelings of jealousy. Psychologically, the behavior of quickly seeking out and flaunting a new relationship, or even a new social circle, after a breakup can be a deliberate strategy to provoke reactions from an ex-partner or distant friends. By surrounding yourself with a new group of friends, appearing happy and receiving compliments, you signal that you no longer need those who distanced themselves. This often leads to them feeling a sense of desperation when they realize you have closed the doors of your life to them. This behavior is often seen as an attempt to affirm your ability to move forward, potentially stirring jealousy and regret in the ex-partner or old friends over the separation. The pursuit of new companionship and the visible enjoyment of life serve as a message that the loss was not as significant as they might have assumed, and that replacements can be found with ease. This act can be perceived as a display of strength or dominance, similar to alpha behaviors in the natural world, where the focus shifts entirely to the new relationship or social connections, leaving the ex-partner feeling overlooked. Posting pictures with a new partner or friends on social media can amplify these effects, as the public nature of these images enhances the perception that you've moved on and found something better. This might lead the ex-partner to question their own worth and the significance of the new relationship, potentially triggering a process of self-reflection and even a desire to reconnect. However, it's important to recognize that these tactics can have varied interpretations and consequences, depending on the dynamics of the relationship and the personalities involved. Moreover, these strategies might not always be healthy, as they can perpetuate a cycle of reactive behaviors and negative emotions, rather than fostering constructive resolution and personal growth after a breakup. While they may achieve the intended effect, it's worth considering whether such tactics align with your long-term goals for emotional well-being and maturity. Number 10. Invite their friends to a gathering. Social interaction and group dynamics play a pivotal role in shaping how individuals process emotions and perceptions, particularly in the aftermath of a breakup. Engaging with the friends of an ex-partner can activate a complex array of psychological processes. By spending enjoyable time with their social circle, you may create a positive narrative about yourself that is likely to be relayed back to the ex-partner or friends who did not fully appreciate your value. This can evoke feelings of loss or nostalgia as they recall the good times shared with you. However, it's essential to consider the ethical implications of such actions. While this approach might seem like an effective way to influence the ex-partner's perception, it can also be viewed as manipulative. As Nietzsche once remarked, "What is done out of love always takes place beyond good and evil." This quote underscores the complexity of actions driven by love and emotion, suggesting that such actions can transcend traditional moral boundaries. Asserting that you are thriving, even if it's not entirely true, is a form of self-presentation aimed at influencing how others perceive you. This tactic of self-affirmation can serve as both a means of self-protection and a strategy to spark curiosity or renewed interest in the ex-partner. It positions you as someone who has moved on and is flourishing, potentially provoking a reaction from the person who once underestimated you. Ultimately, this power play can have diverse outcomes, affecting both the individual employing it and their ex-partner. On one hand, it can be a tool for personal growth and emotional recovery, helping you reclaim your confidence and sense of self. On the other hand, it can spiral into a cycle of psychological games that impede closure and genuine healing. Therefore, it's crucial to reflect on the underlying motivations for these actions and consider whether they contribute to your long-term emotional well-being or simply perpetuate harmful behavior patterns. True recovery and growth often require moving beyond the need to influence others' perceptions and focusing instead on authentic self-improvement and inner peace. Number 11. Love yourself. If he's not going to love you, do you know who should? You. First person who must choose you every time is yourself. However, loving yourself is not as simple as just declaring it to be true. Those memories that linger, the regrets over things you wish you hadn't done or said, they can make self-love challenging. But true self-love requires accepting these aspects of yourself and offering forgiveness, just as you would for a close friend who made mistakes. Don't keep punishing yourself for not being good enough for him. He didn't choose you. That's his issue, not yours. Loving yourself builds strength, and this strength is rooted in a psychological journey of self-discovery and acceptance. Self-love is more than just positive affirmations. It's a continuous process of introspection and reconciliation with yourself. Painful memories and regrets can act like chains, holding you back from self-acceptance. But by forgiving yourself as you would a dear friend, you break free from the grip of destructive self-criticism and allow room for growth. The strength that comes from self-love isn't about shielding yourself from rejection. It's about building a solid foundation that gives you resilience, face life's challenges. In the end, being with someone should come from a place of personal fulfillment, not out of necessity. True happiness stems from inner peace, and when you achieve that, you'll realize that another person's presence or absence does not define your worth or your joy. Loving yourself is a revolutionary act, It affirms that you are enough as you are. In that self-sufficiency lies your greatest revenge against those who failed to see your value. Love yourself because you truly are remarkable. The journey to emotional recovery after rejection or significant loss is complex and multifaceted. It begins with acknowledging and accepting that our emotions should not be dependent on external validation. Emotional dependency can lead to an identity crisis, leaving us vulnerable to the opinions and actions of others. Overcoming this dependency requires embracing your emotions and reflecting on your inherent value, which is the key to achieving genuine and lasting emotional well-being. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Type 1 if you found the advice helpful, or 2 if there's a topic you'd like us to cover next. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our latest insights. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.